Hey Taurus, this is your bi-weekly reading. We are taking a look at the period of time from the full moon on January 25th in Leo to the new moon on February 9th in Aquarius. That is in tropical astrology that I'm talking about. So yeah, this is, I think, going to be an interesting, moon in a good way. I see some things that I like about it. You know, other things, you know, as always, there's always just kind of like the question mark, like, how is this going to go? But I see some things that I like about it. You know, full moon in Leo, I like it. Oh, and I like your cards. So we're looking at the waning phase of the moon, right? So we're talking about that release, that clearing out, the kind of sometimes like cleansing or, you know, getting the dust bunnies, clearing out the cobwebs, you know, that type of thing from a certain area in our life. And when I'm doing these particular bi-weekly readings, it's meant to direct us to what area of life is being pointed out to you, where if you were to focus your time and energy in working with the energy of the waning energy of the moon, is what I was just talking about, that it would actually provide a lot more benefit and ripple out and affect the rest of your life in a really positive way, right? So we're looking to maximize and work with the energy, and that's what these readings are about, along with some advice, some guidance, you could say, to work with that. So with this particular 2-week period of time, approximate, we have the third house is what's showing up for you, right? Certainly, yes, about communication, definitely about communication. So maybe there are conversations that need to be had, like clearing conversations, closure conversations, you know, whatever they are, just like clearing the air, that type of thing, you know, making sure there's no misunderstandings. And also just this has to do with your neighborhood. Could very much be your neighbors specifically, if we're looking at people, can also be siblings or sibling-like people in your life, but like siblings. And also your day-to-day kind of habits, not like brushing your teeth, but more so like the places that you frequent in your local area, right? Like the market that you go to, the CVS or Walgreens that you go to, the farmer's market that you go to, where you get your hair cut, like the places that you maybe go to weekly, maybe the people that you see weekly, and not just your routes out and about in your local environment, but also online. I mean, a lot of us are working online, whether you work for yourself or you work for a company. And so there are certain pathways or routes, there are certain places that we are online, certain people that we interact with. You know, if you're a social media person, then I'm sure there are people that you are interacting with on a daily basis, or even if you're not in social media, like getting on Instagram, getting on, you know, TikTok, on whatever, the people that you follow, the people that you see the most and that you interact with, right? Your friends that you send memes to, that type of thing, right? So that's, I feel like enough. I like to give you guys as many significations as I can so that you can really apply it to your life, because obviously these are collective readings. So you know, it's like sometimes it's going to land. It's obviously not going to be for every Taurus sun sign. By the way, if this is your sun sign, you're like, I don't know if that resonates with what, you know, something for me, then maybe take a look at your rising sign. So again, one-to-one readings are really where you're going to get the most clarity. So what kind of advice do we have coming through with this? Well, I see this as you having these kinds of perhaps conversations, interactions with people where you are taking a look at what needs to be cleared up, what needs to be cleansed, or just even, I mean, communication isn't just about like conflict resolution or clearing the air when there's been something, you know, kind of funky going on between you and another person or other people. This can also be very much about, sorry, I got distracted by my... I've noticed when I've gone back in editing, I can hear them very slightly in the background. So I hope it's not too loud for you guys when they're kind of clicking against each other. Anyway, so like this can also be, you know, just appreciation of other people in your life, right? This could be about like having meaningful conversations, the kinds of conversations that light you up, right? Connecting with people locally, online again, or in real life that you want to foster that kind of connection with through communication, through connecting in that way, verbally. And that's one way that I see this manifesting with the Two of Cups, right? The Two of Cups, yes, it is a very much like a soulmates card for sure if we're talking about relationships, but in general, it's really just about this really close connection with other people, with another person, where it's like we just get each other, right? We see each other, we feel each other, we just like feel like we get it. Like we can look across the room, we get each other, or we just like say a few words to each other, we know we're like, oh, you're my people, right? That kind of thing. And in another sense, if this is about having clearing conversations and having to just kind of like release maybe certain grudges or releasing connections or whatever it is, I see that as really opening and bringing in a lot more harmonious connections in your life. Or if, like, let's say you're releasing connections with certain people, but also this can very much be about like clearing not just clearing space for new connections, but clearing the air and therefore creating that harmonious connection with those people as a result, right? So just like to give you a few ways that can happen, but either way, in you taking time to direct some of your energy and attention. Obviously, you're not going to focus on just that for an entire 2-week period of time and neglect all other areas of your life. Like, obviously, that's not going to be the case. That wouldn't be healthy. But just taking some time to focus on and take care of this particular area of your life. Like, how well maintained is this? And that in doing so, it brings in those kinds of harmonious connections or recreates them or creates new ones. So I hope that this feels helpful. If it has, please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help me as I'm building this channel, and send this to another Taurus. Like, who knows, this could be their message, you know, so it could be something that they really need. And I'm really definitely trying to like grow this channel. I have new things on the horizon, so make sure that you subscribe. It looks like, as I kind of thought it was going to be, it won't look like that stuff starts to come out until March. So be on the lookout for that and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.